ladies and gentlemen, Aditi Ghosh on Inner World Revealed. In this log, I'd like to talk upon a much requested topic, which is also an extension of my previous video log, which was about why you don't look like what your life path suggests. In that log, I talked about life path numbers from 1 to 9, and I was being requested to extend the topic and cover the master numbers as well. I'm a bit late with posting this log because of the pile of readings I had to finish, but now here you go. If your life path number is a master number, and if master numbers mean some special potential, then why are you not able to tap it? Why don't you look like your life path number? Let us begin with the life path 11. People with this life path, when on their positive end, can work in partnerships, contribute in team effort, and at the same time they can be able to create their own unique mark. 11 is also the number of spotlight. These people can come into the spotlight, unlike the normal 2, which is happy remaining in the background. These people, when in their positive end, would be very secure. They will be able to gain the support of their partners, and they will be able to lead other people by example. Self-belief, cooperation, team effort, diplomacy, and individuality all have to go hand in hand. But learning this equation takes a lot of time, because whatever our life path is doesn't come to us very easy. It is a lesson of life, and we are to learn through our experiences. So people with this life path could be majorly dealing with issues relating to insecurity. This number has the power of double ones reducing to a 2. 1 is about enthusiasm and energy. 1 is competitive and tries to be the best. In its drive to be the best, this number forgets how good it already is. And there is a feeling of not being good enough. 2 is a number which is conscious of what other people could be expecting and what other people could be thinking. Others could be criticizing me in their minds. They could be talking about me all the time. This is what a negative 2 is all about. In 11, we have both the energies combined. The person wants to be the best, feels probably he is never good enough, and also is very concerned about what other people would be thinking about him. In their continuous concern about whether they can ever be good enough, they may settle for the answer, never, and they may decide to be bad enough. They would be very bad and very manipulative. They have to know that the strength that they have is they can understand and lead others. Negatively, they can very well manipulate others. Life would repeatedly place them in situations where they will be dealing with emotional insecurities. It is for them to learn to look beyond their insecurities. The knowledge that each person is occupied with problems in his own life and probably not always thinking about them can really help. Now let us come to the master number 22. In this number we have 2 2s reducing to a 4. 2 is the number of cooperation and sensitivity. 4 is the number of stability and security. So in this number, stability and security has to be achieved through cooperation and team effort. But once again, whatever our life path is doesn't come so easy to us. So what can go wrong with this life path? Well, they might lose balance. Balancing is the main issue with all master numbers, as a matter of fact. People specifically with this number can over-cooperate, go out of their way to help others, and then resent their decision when it doesn't turn out to be how they had expected. And once that happens, they might suddenly withdraw all support. Also, this number, as I always say, has vivid imagination of the double 2s, which reduces to the solid and methodical approach of the 4. So the process of imagining and building strong foundations has to be balanced. if imagination is too big at a time, then there can be a possibility that the person may tend to skip small steps. But for any 4 base value, whether it is a 31-4 or a 44, success is always a step-by-step process. Life can bring repeated failures to the grand visions of a 22-4 life path person if steps are skipped, and it has to be understood that possibly something was out of sync. Possibly some steps were necessary. What were these steps? The whole grand plan needs to be broken down into small, manageable portions and attempted one by one. Let us come to the life path 33-6 now. Out here, let us begin with the base value number 6. 6 is the number of harmony, balance, justice, beauty, perfection, and relationships. The double-digit code 33 indicates emotional expression and creativity. 3 and 6 both are very sensitive numbers. These numbers have a great depth of emotions. A person with this number is seen to be very idealistic. Through his creative imagination, he could be trying to see a completely balanced and a perfect world. But reality is, the perfect world doesn't exist. Life will, in that case, put him in situations where he will be repeatedly disappointed with the imperfections of the world around him. He will have to understand that high ideals that he has is for him to apply in his own path to create a better world. He is the light worker, but he should not expect it from the others. The 33s have a very uplifting energy about themselves, and they have to use this uplifting and motivating energy to make the world a better place and not already expect it to be perfect. 33-6 working in negative would make a person resent the existing imperfections, thinking in his mind that it is not fair, the world is not fair. Let us now come to 44-8 life path. Out here, 4 and 8 both are materialistically driven. And this number is all about money, authority, power, and control. Once again, because our life path, as I said, doesn't come too easy to us, a person with this life path would be struggling and dealing with these issues relating to these aspects of life. I'd say, whenever this 4 is appearing out there in any number, where 4 comes into play, we have to know that success will come by following a methodical process, a step-by-step process, and shortcut methods won't work. But before maturity, a person with this life path would be looking for instant action, instant results, which probably won't ever happen. If he is unable to identify his mistakes, that a step-by-step process was necessary to be followed, he will keep on repeating the same mistakes over and over again, failing over and over again. Building financial securities is the main driving force out here. A person with a 44-8 life path, once matured, would be showing all qualities of being a business tycoon. He would be excellent in building strong foundations, excellent analytical abilities, excellent sense of method and discipline this number would have, and all of it would be learned through experiences. Experiences would teach this person the value of money and stability. Experiences would teach him the importance of following the lengthy path. However, following the lengthy path or the conventional path might not work for you, say if your life path is 5. In that case, you have to try your luck and be out of the box. However, I'd say a basic sense of discipline is needed for all life paths. The lessons which we have learned in this lifetime were being brought to us by our life paths. We all are born with our unique numbers and have unique paths to follow, each one on his own. My lessons, my path is not yours. Your path is not mine. What I have learned would not work for you. What you have learned would not work for another person. So I'm not giving you advice based on the lessons which I have learned. I'm just reading your numbers. What you believe in, the other person might not. Let us find our uniqueness through our numbers. Let us know our numbers and be our numbers. But let us not limit others to our learnings.